If you're waiting for motivation, watch this. Let me guess. You've told yourself this before. I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll study when I'm in the mood. I'll go to the gym when I feel inspired. I'll work on my goals when I feel ready. And then, you wait. And wait. And somehow, that motivated version of you never shows up. If that's you, I need you to hear this. Motivation is not coming to save you. And that's actually good news. The lie we've been sold. We've been taught that motivated people just wake up different. They wake up energized, focused, driven, like they just feel like doing hard things. But let me tell you something from experience. The people you think are disciplined, they don't feel like it most days either. They just don't wait. That's the difference. Because here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. It's emotional. And emotions change by the hour. You cannot build a consistent life on inconsistent feelings. Read that again. Why you don't feel motivated. Let's break it down. You're tired, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed. You've got assignments piling up, exams coming, maybe work, maybe family pressure. Of course you don't feel motivated. Your brain is in energy-saving mode. When something feels big or scary, your brain goes, let's not. And instead, it offers comfort. Scrolling, snacking, watching something easy, because those require nothing from you. But studying, starting a project, fixing your routine, that requires effort. And effort feels uncomfortable at first. So your brain waits for a magical burst of energy. But here's what nobody tells you. Motivation usually comes after action, not before. The shift that changes everything. Think about the last time you actually got into a flow state. Were you super motivated before you started? Or did it kick in once you were already 10 minutes deep? Exactly. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start something small, your brain goes, oh, we're doing this. And then it releases focus, clarity, sometimes even excitement. But it only happens after you move. If you sit there waiting to feel ready, you'll stay stuck. So what do you do? Instead, here's the practical part. No hype, just real strategies. 1. Stop asking, do I feel like it? Start asking, can I do 2 minutes? That's it. 2 minutes of studying, 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of cleaning your desk. Anyone can survive 2 minutes. And once you start, you've broken the hardest barrier, inertia. Most of the time, you'll keep going. But even if you don't, you still won. Because you moved. Lower the standard. This one is huge. You don't start because you want it to be perfect. You want the study session to be focused, the workout to be intense, the work to be impressive. So when you don't feel capable of that, you avoid it. Instead, give yourself permission to be average. Messy notes. Light workout, imperfect draft, progress beats perfect, every single time. And ironically, once you allow yourself to be average, you often perform better, because there's no pressure suffocating you. 3. Create non-negotiables. Motivation is emotional. Habits are structural. Pick one small thing you do no matter what. Maybe it's 10 minutes of studying daily 20 push-ups, reading 5 pages, planning tomorrow before bed. Not because you're motivated, but because it's who you are now. When something becomes part of your identity, you stop debating it. You just do it. No drama. No overthinking. And that consistency builds real confidence. Let me be honest. There were so many days I didn't feel like doing anything. I'd sit at my desk, open my laptop, and just stare at the screen, waiting for inspiration, waiting for that spark. It rarely came. The days that actually changed things were the days I started anyway. Bad mood, low energy, no hype music, just action. And somehow, halfway through, I felt better. Not because life changed, but because I proved to myself I could move without motivation. That's power. Burnout versus laziness. Now, quick pause. If you're genuinely exhausted, if you haven't rested in weeks, that's different. Rest is productive. Recovery matters. But be honest with yourself. Are you tired? Or are you just uncomfortable? Because those feel similar. But they're not the same. One requires sleep. The other requires courage. The real flex. The real flex isn't being motivated. It's being consistent. It's doing the boring work. It's showing up when it's inconvenient. It's choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Anyone can act when they feel inspired. Very few act when they don't. That's where your edge is. Here's what I want you to do today. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Today. Pick one thing you've been postponing. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And start. No perfect setup. No overplanning. No waiting. Just move. Because motivation is unreliable. But action is always available. And once you understand that, you stop being controlled by your feelings. You start building momentum instead. If you're waiting for motivation, stop waiting. Start small, lower the standard, build non-negotiables, act first, feel motivated later. That's the formula. Simple, not easy, but simple. And you're more capable than you think. So try it tonight. 5 minutes. That's all. Let's stop waiting to feel ready. Let's become the type of person who moves anyway. Let's level up together.